Hey, welcome to Selling with Sandra. Now, this podcast has changed names. We're now up to episode 50. So if this is the first time you've listened to the podcast, I am just going to apologize for any reference to the original podcast name, which was $1 Million Agent. Now, I flipped it to Selling with Sandra, which is my hashtag. So if you want to follow me or you want to check out my blogs, check out my website, check out anything that I've done on LinkedIn, please check out Selling with Sandra. Hey, it's Sandra here. Welcome to episode 1 of my podcast, $1 Million Agent. This episode is all about you, and this is what you need to do and how you need to be structured to be a $1 Million Agent. Now, it is a full contact sport. This is not for the faint-hearted, this industry. This is something that you are going to have to be on your game to be successful. So you need to be physically and mentally fit enough to outperform and outlast the competition. So what do you need to do? You want to be in training like you are an athlete. And this is what we're doing. We're doing something that takes a lot of stamina. It takes a lot of effort, and it's not going to come to you easily. Now, I said there's hacks and tricks and tips, and that's true, there are. And there's lots of things that you can do wrong, and I want you to stop doing those things. And that includes not looking after yourself. So if you're out partying with the boys or the girls, now this is typically a boys' club in commercial property. I don't want to touch too much on that because it's something I've had to navigate around for most of my career, and I don't want to give it too much airtime, literally. I think if you're a good agent, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. It just means that you're going to have to do the job a little bit better than everyone else if you're female to stand out. But if there's any ladies listening, I'm dying to hear from you. So definitely reach out and let me know you're listening. I would love that. Back to the main reason why we're here today. I want to share with you the things you're going to need to do to be $1 million agent. And when it starts with yourselves, that's about taking care of you. Now, what I do on a daily basis, you don't have to follow my regime, but you need to be mindful of your health. So eating well, getting plenty of sleep, taking plenty of vitamins, making sure that you are looking after your mental health. Meditation is a huge contributing factor to my success. This might sound a bit frou-frou and a little bit out there, but just calming your mind on a daily basis so you can think clearly and process problems that are coming up is very, very important, because this industry can be really stressful and you need to sit back and remove yourself from situations that are causing you stress and making it difficult to go forward. That's the key to being a good agent. We are problem solvers. Our job is to solve problems for our clients. So if you get too caught up in it and you get too stressed out, you are no good to anybody. You really need to calm yourself down first and then work out the best ways to solve any problems you have moving forward. So how does my routine go? Okay, it's a bit like this. In the morning, I get up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. club is critically important to being a successful agent. If you get up at 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, your competition's done 2, 3, 4 hours more work than you've done already. My routine is I have a hot glass of lemon water in the morning, and then I meditate for 10 to 15 minutes. Now, that's just listening to recorded meditations, and you can pick any topic you like. I personally like topics regarding manifestation of abundance, laws of attraction, anything where I'm thinking and focusing on making a lot of money. So it makes sense to do that. If you're listening to meditations about relaxing and finding your inner spirituality or solving the problems of the world, you're not going to have your game on. You need to prep your mind so that when opportunities come along, you'll be extremely clear and you'll be able to pick up on those opportunities. And that's where the money is. Every person you speak to and every email you get, if you're asking the right questions and if you're scratching a little deeper, you will find there are opportunities everywhere you turn. A lot of people just don't ask enough questions to make sure that they're getting their hands on these opportunities. And that's the difference between a good and bad agent. You need to keep digging, keep going. There's always an opportunity to help someone and make a lot of money. Okay, so back to the morning routine. After I've done my meditation, I usually get up and try and smash out at least 20 emails. And this is responding to people from either the night before, inquiries that have come through, basically anybody I didn't get to from the day before. You need to be sending at least 40 emails a day. 40. That is the science to making a lot of money, to get those 40 emails out a day. So there's an absolute correlation between the number of emails you send, the number of phone calls you make, and the number of deals you're going to do per month. So I get my first 20 emails out first thing in the morning with a cup of coffee, had my meditation, mind is clear, ready to go, 20 emails. So some of you have got families, some of you are trying for families, some of them may have been grown up and gone away. But if you're like me and you've got kids that are going to go to school, there's the horror hour in the morning between when they get up and when they're out the door. Now, I'm really lucky. I don't take my kids to school. My husband does that. He does all the heavy lifting with the kids, and you need a really good support system to make this work. However, there will be a certain period of the morning that you're going to need to allocate to your family. So I do this. I get up, work till 7, then make the school lunches, tip the kids out at 8 o'clock. They're all happy, make sure everybody's on their way, and then I'm back to work. I spend the next hour making sure I know where I'm going for the day, responding to any emails that are coming back in, and basically printing out any material I'm going to need to take with me for the day so it runs nice and smoothly. The next hour after that, I allocate to my workout time. So it's a F45 class for me. Now, you might work in an office environment and you might have to do this before you get to your emails, but allocate some time for fitness in your life, whether it's going for a walk or doing a class or riding a bike to the office or whatever it takes. You need to clean out the lungs. It's so good for your stress. It's so good for your health, and it will help you cope when things get really, really rocky. So that's my morning routine, and the rest of the day usually takes care of itself. But the critical thing you need to know is that taking care of yourself is the basis for being successful. You can't drive a car that's got a broken engine. If your engine is broken, you aren't going to be successful. You need to be absolutely fine-tuned so that you're feeling good. People can see this when they meet you. When you introduce yourself to a new client, first impressions last forever. If you're clear-eyed and with it and on your toes, you look well, there's a sparkle in your eye, and they feel like, well, look, you take care of yourself, so you're going to actually take care of me as well. You're going to take care of my property. You want to be a vibrant, happy, healthy person. People trust people that look after themselves. It looks like they've got it together. It looks like they're in control of their lives. And they're putting a lot of trust in you in terms of looking after their assets or finding them another asset. You can't be sloppy, and you can't be unwell, and you can't be behind the ball. You have to be on your game. At the end of the day, becoming a $1 million commercial agent is about branding yourself. You want to be consistent. You want to be the same every time your client sees you. You want to be reliable. So they are trusting you, and you are the go-to for any commercial property requirements. And they're going to tell everybody they know, because they know that if that person contacts you, that person meets you, they're going to know exactly what to expect. The client has faith that they can recommend you because you are consistent. Now, being consistent doesn't necessarily mean being generic. You don't want to be a snowball. You want to be a snowflake. So you need to be yourself. Now, what's a snowball? A snowball is when all the little snowflakes get together and they turn into a snowball, and they're all doing the same thing, which is basically smacking the client in the face. You need to be yourself. You were born a snowflake, so behave like a snowflake. You need to bring authenticity and your own personal, genuine touch to everything you do. The days of the hard sell have gone. People want an experience now that's not big picture stuff. They want personable, one-on-one. They want to feel like they've been stepped through the process. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We are problem solvers in commercial real estate. So your job is to find out what your clients' needs are. It's not about you promoting the brand. Now that works for the big corporates, but if you want to be $1 million agent, there's a lot of clients that are going to see through that grab for branding yourself. This is about your client. This is about them. So they want to feel like you care about their problems. That is the basis for being an outstanding agent, to being apart from the rest of them, because most of the agents are trained that the key is to get the listing and get the marketing money. Now, most clients, they've historically had to deal with campaigns that are being pitched to them, and you can't sell your property without spending a lot of money. Now, a lot of that money's been used to promote the brand. It doesn't make them feel like they're being looked after. It doesn't make them feel like that's solving their problems. So you need to, marketing's an important part of any process, but going in and hitting them with the snowball in the face to say, this is what you need to do, you have to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You have to find out, you have to spend time with these people, and you have to make sure you understand what their needs are. That is a whole topic for another day. We're talking about you and how you're presenting yourself. So I guess the key is that you need to make sure you're on your game, you're looking after yourself, you're presenting yourself in the best possible way. So that includes the way you dress, the way you walk. Your shoes need to be clean. You need to have a decent pair of shoes. I've been told a few times by very key clients of mine that they always look at the agent's shoes or the client's shoes or the customer's shoes. If you've got a bad pair of shoes on, someone is going to judge you from the start. Go and invest in yourself and buy yourself a decent pair of work shoes. Your clothes are important too. You want to have some decent go-to power clothes. Don't turn up in jeans and a t-shirt because the environment is a little bit laid back. After 20 years of working in commercial property, the only couple of times I turned up in casual clothes, I regretted it. People don't see me as Sandra Carter, a mum with 5 horses and, a whole nother life behind the scenes. They see me as Sandra Carter, commercial agent, and that is something that I've maintained for 20 years now. So you need to make sure that you're doing the same thing. Be consistent, be professional, and be reliable. Your clients are counting on you to look after major asset transactions for them. They want to know you are the go-to. They don't want to know that you're their friend kicking around in jeans and you're one of the boys or you're one of the girls. Don't be that person. Be professional. It's important that you maintain that level of professionalism. It'll make you feel better about yourself too. You'll always get out of the car, walk into an inspection, walk into a meeting, walk into a pitching presentation, and you're going to have your game on because you're going to feel the part. A massive part of being a $1 million agent, a superstar agent, or even a successful agent is reinventing yourself to be that person. And what you're doing effectively by focusing on yourself is building yourself up to be the agent that you want to be. By going back and looking after your health, the way you dress, the way you feel when you're in a meeting, is all the pieces of the puzzle that you need to make it happen. You need to tell the world you are a $1 million agent, and you need to go out there with your shoes cleaned and your car cleaned and your suit and be that person. If you don't feel like it, just fake it till you make it. Walk out there and be a $1 million agent at every single turn. Walk like you've done it. Walk like you own it. People will swarm to you. And I can honestly tell you from personal experience, once you start letting off the vibe of success, everybody wants a piece of it. People gravitate towards people that make them feel good. If your energy is good, your vibe is good, you feel good, people will find you. And word of mouth is such a powerful thing in this industry. You do the wrong thing by someone, everyone's going to know about that. You do the right thing and you cruise through it with a smile on your face, you will become the go-to. You want to be a people magnet. This is a people business. It's not about concrete. I say jokingly, I love concrete. I've made a lot of money out of concrete. But realistically, without the people, it doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, we're just providing an exceptionally high level of customer service. And the products, whether it was you were selling Coca-Cola or whether you're selling, a $4 million property, People remember how you made them feel, and customer service is so important. Have you ever been to a restaurant and the service was terrible and you can't remember what the food was like, but you can certainly remember how terrible the waitress was because she was in a foul mood, and you think, wow, you really should not be in hospitality. You should go and do something else. Well, that's the same with real estate. If you ring somebody up and they're lackluster and they're flat, and you are making a critical life-changing decision in terms of you may be going from renting a premises to buying something for your business, and you're about to put a lot of skin in the game, that agent does not make you feel like spending that money. That agent does not make you feel like you're in safe hands. I have a saying, and I've done a video blog on this, about being a Eeyore. Now, Eeyore is that little donkey in Winnie the Pooh that walks around with a big rain cloud on his head, and his head's always down, and the whole world's doom and gloom and rain clouds. Now, don't be an Eeyore. You want to have pep in your step and in your voice. People can tell what you're doing when you answer the phone. Always answer the phone with a smile on your face. Makes the world of a difference. It opens your mouth up, you speak clearly, and people can tell when you have a smile on your face. So be that person. Do not be the Eeyore. So the key to being a successful $1 million commercial agent starts with you. Being a commercial agent takes a lot of stamina. It's like being in training to be an athlete. You need to take care of yourself. You have to be mindful of your health. You've got to eat well, get plenty of sleep, take your vitamins, and watch your mental health. Now, meditation is a really important part of the process. It clears your mind so you can deal with the stress and the roller coaster ride that is commercial property. Now, getting up at 5 a.m., that's another critical part of it. You want to be ahead of the game. You want to be doing more than the competition. So you need to get up early and do that. Now, there's a science to being successful, and sending 40 emails a day is part of that science. There's definitely a correlation between the number of calls you make and the number of deals you do every single month. Now, if you want to copy, I've got a cheat sheet on the formula that you need to actually be successful. Now, I used to train my staff with this formula. It shows the correlation between the number of emails and the numbers of deals you are going to do. If you want a copy of my cheat sheet on the formula, just contact me on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, and I will send you a copy of this. It's really, really simple, and it shows you exactly what you need to do every single day to be successful. So what else do you have to do? You have to allocate some family time, because they're the most important things in your life. And usually the reason why you're working so hard is for the other people in your family and for your loved ones. So don't forget about them. Allocate some time to your family. Don't work all the time and not spend any time with your family. That's a bad idea too. That's not going to give you any balance. Balance is tricky. Now, don't forget, you are the brand. So you want to make sure that you are consistent and you're professional and you're reliable. Invest in a good suit and a very good pair of shoes. People are going to judge you. Don't ever dress casually. That's my tip that you should learn from me. Never do that. I've never done a deal turning up to a inspection in casual clothes. You are a professional. You need to dress as such and you need to behave as such. You want your client to trust you. And finally, your vibe is the key. You want to have energy that everyone's going to be attracted to. People gravitate to people that make them feel good. Customer service, be cheerful, be attentive. Don't be an Eeyore. Finally, that is the biggest mistake. You have to be somebody that's approachable, somebody that your clients are going to want to deal with again and again, because this is a small pool we're playing in. We don't meet a lot of new clients every single day. It's mainly the same pool of investors and developers and buyers that come back again and again. So you want to make sure that they want to talk to you. That's really, really important. So that wraps up episode 1. I really hope you subscribe. If you'd like a copy of that cheat sheet, let me know. Contact me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or look me up online. I am not hard to find. Until next time, sell hard and keep smashing that glass ceiling. My name is Sandra Carter. I'm a commercial real estate agent, and I'm here to help you become a $1 million agent.